Hey, wait, the recording in progress.
He got
Good.
you there.
Ha. So,
So the recording's in progress.
yes, Shango.
Whoa, how the turns
Little
have tabled.
aggro.
Justin, I just think maybe someone should let you know then that the recording is in progress.
Yeah. Yeah, someone should. Hello and welcome to the next episode of what we are calling The Recruits, Tales of Claremont. This is the world of Anguis, and previously on this, the group, the party, the hunters, they have entered the manor, Olak Manor, and they came across a few things. Ba-ding! The party that started at Olek Manor jumped through, or climbed through at least, windows going into the kitchens and found the mother of the child they had found previously dead. They also found, once they went into the Great Hall portion of the manor, they found that... one second, I also need to click start session. They also found that there were some dead bodies. There was like blood stains and like bloody handprints on the walls. And there were 5 dead bodies of masquerade attendants. Found the master bedroom, in which there was some muttering coming from the other side of the door. Shango, before we ended, I believe, kicked open the door? Or just, like, shoved open the door and yelled,
Wake up!
Is that what you yelled to the muttering person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good lord.
That was also pretty loud.
Sorry.
It's okay. Your character has a very loud, very boisterous. The group decided to look at the other 2 doors. One of the doors was to a library where Halden found a secret entrance, and then the other secret entrance going downwards. And Shango, the newest member of the party, I guess, Shango, who joined afterwards, came in through the front door and was met with basically the entrance, the foyer, and a drunk and nearly dead masquerade attendant who they yelled at to get away, to get out of the manor, and so they meekly crawled towards the door and exited outside. Once everything in the Great Hall was fixed, was looked at, and the risen dead was re-deadified. Yeah, that is where we have left off. One of the things that you see is that this person seems to be... They're like around 20 years old. They have short black hair. They have turned around at the sudden noise, and you see that they have like vivid blue eyes. They also appear relatively unscathed, although they seem to be covered in blood. Like, they don't seem to have any of those, like, dinner plate-shaped holes or anything. They seem to be fully alive. And they don't seem to have, like, any wounds on them, at least from a quick glance over them. And they seem to be... Their eyes are vivid blue, but they almost seem, like, partially glazed over. And they are, like, flinching and slapping their ears. And they are, like, muttering to themselves still.
I will stomp over to him, grab his hands, and then grab his hand so he's not doing what he's doing, and then shake him violently.
Shake his hands violently?
No, shake him violently.
You were grabbing his hands, though. Okay.
I grab his hand. I grab his hands to get them away from his face or whatever he's doing, and then I grab him by the shoulders and just shake him violently. Like, what happened here? What do you have to do with this? Why are you covered in blood?
All right. So what I'm going to say is this is what's called like a social encounter. So there is some mechanics baked into this module for this specific thing. You're absolutely going to be rolling an intimidation check for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
So there's like a conflict, there's a conflict score. It kind of goes between 0 and 4. And so if you do certain actions, it might raise the conflict up. It might lower it, depending on what you are doing. So going over and like shaking him violently and yelling at him definitely is like an intimidation thing. So what have you rolled?
I rolled a 15.
You rolled exactly enough to intimidate him. He is scared shitless of you.
But he's reacting to me.
Yes, he seems to, like, his eyes are still a little bit glazed over, but they're looking at you with, like, shock and fear. And you see that he's, like, the way that you're, like, holding onto his shoulders, he can't get his arms up around to, like, hit his ears anymore. But you see, like, he's trying to do that. And he's just like, what are you doing here?
I'm here to find out what happened. Why are those people dead? Did you have anything to do with it? Why are you covered in blood?
So, what he...
Answer me!
Okay. What he says basically is that he talks about an eye. He says, like, the eye, the hideous eye. It still watches. It knows we're here. And he's still trying to hit his ears, but he can't.
I am going to let go of his shoulders, but grasp his hands again.
He almost hits his ears, and then he grabs his arms. Okay.
And then I'm going to call out to the others. Does anybody have any rope?
Eloise says, "Oh no," but maybe, and runs to the doorway.
Okay.
And I'm going to check my bag.
All right. One thing as well, if you are able to, you can click on the little play button again to launch game.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, as
It's just taking a moment.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. Is there supposed to be something on the screen?
There should be. I clicked.
I don't have a rope. I have a robe.
I'll end session and restart, and maybe now you can see it.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Frank has a rope, so he'll walk into the room.
The one with Shango and the Count?
Yeah, because Shango yelled for a rope. Frank will walk in and look at him and say, "Well, I got a rope. Here you go, mister," and he'll hand it to the Count.
All right. So as you're handing the rope to the Count himself.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, Shango's hands are full.
Yeah, he's holding them in his own hands, and he's still he goes back to muttering again, and he's kind of just almost lost
Do we
in
think it's
thought.
strange that he's talking about an eye, but he's covering his ears?
I didn't hear
No, maybe, yes.
that. I didn't hear that.
I know.
Actually, you all would have heard it because the door was open. The only reason you couldn't hear the muttering before was because Shango rolled too low on his perception check to hear it, and there is a door muffling what he was muttering. But now the door is wide open, you can hear what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Do we see the hole in the floor?
I was going to get to that. So, the description of the room. This is the master bedroom. So there are luxurious carpets, paintings, and antiques that adorn this bedroom. It's kind of there's not very much light here. Again, it's basically dark outside now, and so without any lights, the room seems very shadowy. This person, this count, they were sitting at their desk, but he obviously turned around and he's been basically just sitting in this desk at this desk. He currently has rope in his hands and he's rocking back and forth now that he's not hitting his ears. And yes, there is a 5-foot wide hole surrounded by rubble that sits in the the side of the floor.
That's a little weird.
I'll turn to Shango and say, Shango, what's this here fella need the rope for?
Shango?
I don't know if everyone else noticed the holes in the people, but if they match the hole in the ground, I don't know what the dune or sandworm equivalent of Anguith is, but I'm not into it.
So this is much bigger than a plate, than a dinner plate. Obviously, dinner plates are not 5 feet wide, but this does.
Brilliant operation, Justin.
Thanks. I'm here to help, I guess. So you see, it looks like something burst up into this bedroom.
Can I go look down the hole?
Yes.
That's a terrible.
Oh my god. Who knows that there's a staircase?
Only Holden.
Just me. Well, I guess I don't really know what Frank is doing. Frank, you maybe don't want to look in the hole?
I look down the hole.
You look down the hole.
Yep.
And what you
Yes,
see
it does.
is... One second, as I get to the right tab. You see that there is a blood-stained tunnel that leads downwards. So it looks like there's stone beneath everything, but you also see that there's a lot of blood down there. You would also notice that there's blood around the center, around I'll get you to roll a survival check to see what's going on with the blood in the bedroom.
Well, it could be worse. Hold on, I gotta check. I gotta get back over my skills. Survival.
No, it's pronounced Halden.
Oh wait, was I supposed to gain? I gotta check. It's a 10 to start, but it might be slightly higher. I gotta check our messages. I think I also gained proficiency in survival.
Oh. Maybe.
One second. Yes, yeah, okay. Our discussion. I don't have it checked off right now, but survive. So make that a 12.
Okay, with a 12, it looks like there are bloody drag marks going towards the hole, into the hole.
So something was dragged, with through the blood.
It looks something bloody was dragged into the hole. Yes.
Okay.
Frank, I think.
Yes, sir.
I think there's stairs to the basement in the other room. Maybe we go that way.
Well, that sounds a lot easier than me jumping down this hole. I wasn't looking forward to it.
It's only 10 feet
You were
down.
gonna jump in the hole.
Wait, you weren't? Shango, where do you sit on the whole jumping in the hole thing?
I would prefer not to jump in a hole. But we could
That's fair.
throw him in it if he's who did this.
Well, it's just only 10 feet. That's just going to hurt a lot. I don't know if it'll do much other than just hurt.
You think he burst out of there?
Well, that'd be impressive.
Eloise jumped back and into Halden's arms. Not literally into his arms like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, but in this case, just like back toward him.
Shango, what would you like to do with the rope that the Count seems to be holding?
I want to tie his arms up behind him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
I would say, like, roll a sleight of hand, I guess, to see how well you tie the knot. I could also see survival, because that's also a survival technique, is knot tying. You can choose which one you want.
Is the Count the one that the person was visiting, or was she visiting his wife?
No, so she was visiting him because he was being coronated as the new Count. So
I will go with survival.
Okay.
His promotion is going well.
You actually, above the desk, you see what looks like a family portrait. There's only 2 people in it, though. You see an older man. He has like a longish gray to white beard. So by longest, I mean it's like above his navel, but it's still fairly long.
Gandalf.
I thought Gandalf's beard was a lot longer than that. Maybe, but yeah, sure. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in like a year, so I don't remember exactly what he looks like.
For shame.
Kayla and I will probably watch it at some point. Anyway, so yeah, you see this man. He looks like he's in nice, almost like robes, nice, very nice attire, and then you see what appears to be a less bloody, less glazed-eyed, like young man who he appears to be like the person in front of you, although they're covered in blood. One other thing that you would notice with this picture is that there is it's almost like a greenish glass eye in the older man's head, like in one of his sockets.
The eye.
Eyes don't sound great right now.
Ivana, what did you roll for survival?
I rolled an 8.
All right. So you tie it to the best of your ability, and you tie his hands behind his back. As you are doing that, he is like muttering to himself, and you can hear this. It's low, but like anyone who is within the room itself can still hear it. And he's just saying like, it's true, I have been ill, very, very ill. But why do you say that I've lost control of my mind? I'm not mad. Can you not see that I have full control of my mind? And like he's like breathing heavily as he's saying this. I don't know if my breathing heavily is actually coming in, like being projected into the mic, but he's also breathing heavily as he's saying this.
Adavan doesn't exist in this universe, but he maybe needs some.
Or a paper bag. Once Shango has tied him up, they're basically going to start searching him for any potential like wounds or anything, and is going to use a healer's kit on him if he does. If not, I will use the healer's kit on myself.
All right. So you do not seem to find anything. I'll use the 8 that you rolled for survival. You don't find any like obvious wounds. All this blood seems to be not from him. And yeah, you can use the healer's kit on yourself. You have the healer origin feat, do you? Do you?
It is part of my hermit origin feat.
Awesome. Okay.
Question: new Count.
Yep. Oh, to the new Count.
He doesn't. Not to the new Count. About the new Count.
Okay.
He doesn't now have a glowing / strange green eye, does he?
No,
No?
he does not. No, he
Okay.
has vivid blue eyes.
Right. Okay, good. I was beginning to think that may be the issue, but fair.
Yeah, no, it was the older gentleman who had that green eye.
I know, I just thought maybe he passed it down to his son.
Okay.
Okay, so we should probably do something with this guy where he can't hurt himself or potentially others. And then maybe we go the safe way downstairs. Maybe.
Does he have any visible wounds? Says Ellery.
I would assume that you're asking Shango because Shango checked him over.
Yeah, probably.
Not that I can tell.
I don't know. He's tied up. We could leave him here.
Was my thought. My thought was if we maybe tied him to a chair, he would be okay. If we left him.
If we tie him to the bed, is that too kinky?
Ew.
I think it would be fitting.
Has anything like moved or changed down the hole while we've been standing here?
No, but I'll get you to roll a perception check for me.
That's a natural 20.
Damn.
You hear the sounds of writhing, almost.
Yeah.
And
Right.
also the sounds of, like, it almost sounds like eating or chewing.
Mm.
Is it like it's through a door, or does it sound like it's in whatever room's directly below this hole?
It sounds like it's coming from further away from the hole, but it is like, it does not sound like it's muffled. It's just very low because it's hard to perceive that. It was hard to hear it, but you can kind of hear that. But
Okay.
one thing that you do start to hear is a thud thud. Thud thud.
No.
That is only Frank who hears this. No one else does. One thing that I had forgotten was that I was going to get people to roll. The two people who had failed against the Masque of Violence effect, they off air because I had forgot to do it after the fight. They rolled their save, and Frank failed, but Halden succeeded.
So I'm not hearing anything.
Nope.
Frank is.
Frank
Is
is.
Frank going insane?
Frank is. That's all. That's all Frank knows is that he's. As he's like hearing these munching sounds, it's starting to get like, not that he can't hear it. It's starting to get drowned out a little bit by what sounds like a beating heart.
So, y'all, I do hear some chewing, and also there's like a really big heartbeat or something. I don't know.
You hear it too. You hear it too.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't know what this fella's talking about. I ain't hearing no voices. It's like it sounds like he is.
I don't think he said he heard voices, did he?
He
Or
never
he
said
was
he
just
heard
talking-
voices.
As if he was talking to a person. Remember when he said he wasn't mad or crazy or whatever?
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk to ourselves.
If you hear munching, I think that we should probably fortify ourselves before we go downstairs.
Now, I'm no medical expert, obviously, but we considered the possibility of percussive maintenance on this gentleman.
You want to knock him out.
Well, I was just going to give him a slap and see if maybe that shook him out of.
You know,
Actually-
that works in the TV shows.
One of
Or
the
does he
things.
have a oversized hammer like a mallet?
No.
I'll go to the kitchen. Is there a frying pan in the kitchen?
Before you do that, when he says like you hear it too, his eyes like stop being glazed over, and he like you look over at him, and his eyes no longer look like they're glazed over.
No, because then he doesn't think he's crazy anymore.
He just
has
needs
some-
validation.
He needed validation. So I will give you a little bit of. There were a few things that this madman could have done to this madman to lower his conflict score. We had still been doing that
Slap him.
this entire time. So he started with a conflict score. already. If you successfully intimidate him, it reduces his score by 2. And agreeing with him that there is an audible heartbeat reduces it again. And that was enough to put him to the correct conflict, where he now has almost like a moment of lucidity.
I'm still going to go to the kitchen and look for a frying pan.
Okay. He watches you leave, and then he turns to Shango because you're the only other person in the room.
Wait, Frank, can you get me some pans too?
I will look. Not hearing her properly, I will look for ham or spam or anything that sounds like that.
Okay. You find
Perfect.
some pans. They seem to be a little bit. They still have food in them.
Oh, is it good? Food is probably old. I'll just dump it in.
It's rotten food.
Yeah, I'll just dump it in the waste bin, and then Is there running water?
No. There would be a hand pump here.
Oh, I'll do a quick few pumps just to rinse it out a touch. I'm not trying to actually deep clean it. I'm just trying to.
Yeah. Now you have a wet pan.
Okay, and then I'll bring that back. And then, was there any ham or spam or anything like that?
Nothing that you could tell, at least.
Oh my god, don't bring me rotten meat, I'll throw up.
I'll come back. I'll come back with the pan and with my frying pan, and I'll look at Eloise on the way by and say, "Sorry, ma'am, I didn't see no spam or ham or anything like that." And then I'll walk up to the counter.
All right.
Eloise is baffled.
Do you guys have any questions for this man, or are you just going to smack him?
I don't know what he's going to do.
I'm not going to swing super hard. I'm just going to give him a little love tap on the back of the head with the frying pan.
Doing that.
For custom maintenance.
So
He maybe doesn't do that anymore.
So you're going to knock him out without asking any questions?
No,
okay.
no, wait.
Roll a hit.
I'm not swinging that hard. I'm
Roll
just going to give him a little love tap.
Wait, who were we here to look for? What was her name?
Eleanor. It's
Eleanor.
the Baroness.
Oh, 12.
Eleanor. Have you seen Eleanor the Baroness? Eloise is frantic because she's worried that Frank's going to hit this guy over the head before we do anything productive.
Frank has.
So Frank does. As Frank raises the pan up behind this count's head, he's looking towards you and goes, yes, she would be downstairs, I think. And then smack in the back of the head.
No.
Again, I want to reiterate. I'm just love tapping him. I'm not trying to beat him over the head as hard as I can with a frying pan. I'm just trying to give him a little whack.
Why?
Are you trying to knock him out?
No.
Okay,
what
so
are you trying to do?
You're trying to make him
without...
not like you anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to loosen him up more.
Loosen him up more?
Lucid.
Oh.
As you hit him, his eyes start to glaze over again.
Oh, whoops.
We hear you. We'll go down and find Eleanor downstairs. We hear you. We believe you.
You are loved. You are supported. You are beautiful.
All right. What would you like to do now?
Halden has headed back for the stairs that he found in the other room.
All right.
Eloise is going to follow him. She's scared of the other men.
Okay.
Halden is barely a man.
So, Eloise, as you and Halden both enter the library, looks like Shango and Frank, are you staying with the Count?
I think Wade went to go let the dog out, so he has yet to determine what he is doing. No, Frank says he's going downstairs now that he has hit that man in the head.
Okay.
For no reason.
Yep. Shango, would you like to do anything before you head over with the others or / do something else?
I am going to sit the guy back down on the bed.
All right.
And as you were. And I'm going to move along with everybody else.
All right. So, as everyone enters the library, I will reiterate what's in the library. So, library is furnished in all black. There is a massive pendulum clock that clatters and hisses along the center of the rear wall. And then there is a book that is open on like a little reading desk next to one of the chairs. Then I guess towards the southern wall, the rear wall being the east wall. On the southern wall, seems to be an open passageway, and it looks like there's stairs going downstairs.
She's got to be down here, right? That's what he was saying.
Sounds good to me. And then Frank's just going to run downstairs.
Good God.
So, Frank.
Yeah.
We're going to switch. Okay. I can hear myself again.
Oh. Ah!
Were you temporarily deaf?
No, I'm saying that you... I don't know, but when I was speaking, I could hear an echo back.
Oh.
So, Jobit's not there. Shango, Frank, 1 second. I will add the other two. Eloise, Eldon.
I also cannot see any map.
1 second. I will just click and then click. Now, hopefully you can. I don't know why there's fog over this side. There's nothing there. It's gonna erase it. Yeah. So, I will describe... I can hear myself again. I will describe the room.
Please do.
So this is the cellar. There are casks and bottles of wine stacked around this damp cellar. Several are destroyed. There's pungent wine that pools around the room. And there are 2 red, very large worms that feast on the mangled bodies of 12 masqueraders. There's also a bloodstained tunnel in the wall that leads up to what looks like probably where it would enter, like the master bedroom.
Right. Okay. The worms notice us.
They are currently eating, but I will have them roll a perception check to see if they notice you. They probably won't. 1 second.
Good.
Well, actually, that's a 15. They seem to notice you.
Great.
All right.
Do they notice us because Eloise audibly screams?
Sure.
Does Eloise audibly scream?
I strongly believe she would.
All right. I would have you roll a Constitution saving throw as well.
Love that for me.
All of us?
No, just Eloise right now.
Okay.
Also, still see no map or even know where to go to find the said map, apparently.
Do you have... Did you click on like the little launch game button on your character
There
sheet?
is no launch game button on my character sheet.
Oh, you're on your phone, aren't you?
Well, I'm online right now.
Still on an iPad on the main page, there's still the play button that will take you there.
Yeah.
Does a 10 save, Justin?
A 10 does not save.
Aw, rats.
After you scream, you start to hear a thud-thud. Thud-thud.
Well, damn.
I guess so for Shango, since you can't see the map, can someone like share their screen of the map?
Yes. Yes, I can. 1 second.
I'm looking.
It's okay. I'll share my screen anyway.
That way you can at least see what's going on.
Yeah. Where's the share screen button? Good. Host disabled participant shared screening.
Okay,
Justin.
1 second.
Excuse me? Oh, participant. Oh, because Krista's not a co-host.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Share screen. This one. Share. So we have a map.
And forums.
If you zoom out, you can see the entirety of this.
Yeah.
Would you say that their mouths are dinner plate sized?
They look to be dinner plate sized. So this is not the actual, the little token that you see. That's not the actual picture of them. I will actually give you Is there actually... 1 second, I'll see if there's a
Because those
better
are straight up
picture.
like dune worms, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
That's not what we see?
So they're smaller than that.
Good.
So they are still like
Something
large
the size of a
but-
dinner plate, I definitely feel I could maybe defeat.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly get in there. Here. Remade adventures. And that. Combat cards. Hopefully has a picture of them. They don't. Cool. Never mind. So I do have to.
Okay.
So what I'm going to have to do is basically try to cut around it so that you don't see any of the text.
Telling us how to defeat it?
Not telling you how to defeat it, but telling...
All of its weaknesses?
That doesn't work. There's just, like, text around that you probably shouldn't see.
Fair, I guess.
Yeah, this is very good radio. What's going on right now? I am currently using snipping tool and like drawing lines over the text around the picture of this thing.
You don't want to describe it using your great word description
I will
skills?
once I will definitely do it once I'm done making circles and stuff. This
Fair.
is too fun. This is too fun.
I get that.
And then there. Okay.
Hey.
Copy. And I'm gonna quickly.
Krista, I think this is just your basement.
Half of it, not the full thing. And also, there are no tipped over casks of red wine in my basement.
Could be.
There aren't.
No, I meant we could do that.
We could do that.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Looks more like a leech.
They are called conqueror worms.
Yeah.
Shall not waste wine. So
Fact.
this looks like a very large
Okay.
worm. It has almost like the dune maw mouth.
I'm going to say it looks like an elephant trunk because I don't want to say the other thing that I think it looks like.
It's not that kind of a podcast.
You don't want to say eel on TV?
Right. You're right. That's what I don't want to say. It looks like an elephant trunk.
Yeah. So it looks kind of like an elephant trunk that has almost like spiny claws along its skin. It has
For her pleasure.
this.
Ew.
I don't think this going through you will give you any pleasure. Yeah, this thing is probably about 10 feet long. It is about as wide as a dinner plate, maybe a little bit smaller. And yeah, this thing turns to the screeching and then screeches back. And I will have everybody roll initiative.
I bet you will.
There's two of them?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, another natural 20. That's 22.
Halden Harrenhal, 17.
15.
Shango.
Working on it. Just a second. Everything's being a pain today. A whole 0.
Is that even possible?
Oh
You got a
my
0?
god.
Okay.
What am I looking at? What happened?
Shango got a 0 on initiative?
Oh.
Shango simply isn't participating.
So,
What am I?
first up is going to be Francois.
Yep.
You see these two, like, large worms. They are chewing bodies that are, in this area.
Have they both noticed us and reacted, or is just one of them so far?
Well, as one of them screeches, the other one is definitely aware of you as well.
Okay. Well, I'll quickly look at everyone else and be like, well, if we're doing this, and I'm going to pull out my longbow, and I'm going to try to shoot the closer one.
Yes, roll the
Yeah.
hit.
That's a 20 total.
A 20 total. That will hit.
Okay, and then it's a D8 plus 2.
Mhm.
That's 8 points of damage.
8. All right.
And then because Frank is assuming that it's gonna come up to him, he's gonna drop the bow and the bow on the ground, right where he's standing, and pull out his sword and shield to prepare.
All right.
Fair.
Next up, Halden.
Halden, Harrenhal.
Yep. I was going to say Harrenhal.
Same thing. Okay, so I think I have that green blade spell that I have where it can jump. No, I guess it can only jump 5 feet, so it can't actually get to the other worm, can it?
No. And that's also, I believe, a melee weapon attack. So unless you wanted to run to him. Frank is at the bottom of the stairs, by the way.
Considering it.
Oh, did I not? I thought with the way everyone was set up, I was like,
15, 20.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna stay over here.
All right.
I couldn't see the stairs. I didn't realize. I would have moved slightly so that people could like. Get
yeah. You can move your character then. Yeah, move him like
Where
5 feet in.
Just move me in a little bit, like here.
Ah! Sorry, I'm trying. It's a touch screen.
Oh, I suppose I could have just done it though.
Okay.
Yeah, right about there. That's right. Just so people can kind of like put themselves behind me if they want, because I assume I'm the tank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at it.
At the closest one?
At the closest one.
All right.
14. What do you think?
14 hits.
Yay! 1d8 plus 2. 4 damage.
All right.
And as a bonus action, which I can do, I want to cast Sanctuary around me and Eloise.
Now, last time are you able to do that? Because last time you tried to do it for everybody, but
She just had to pick one person,
yeah.
and that's why she picked me this time, I assume.
It's only a one creature person.
Yeah.
As long as I only pick one person, I think that's fine.
Oh yeah, if you pick
fine?
one person, but you said yourself and Eloise.
Oh. 1 second.
And it is concentration. I don't think you'd be able to.
That's a silly bonus action. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay. I will not do that. In that case, I am done.
All right.
Because I'm definitely not going up to it to like punch it or hit it with anything. So
don't worry. In a couple rounds, or in a few more turns, it will be up on you. So don't worry about it.
Not if we kill it first. Don't say that.
Eloise, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to yell. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Okay. I'm going to throw my javelin.
Interesting.
Yes. Roll to hit.
This is track and field meet, and I'm prepared. The 7 hit?
A 7 does not hit.
Right.
So it sails and embeds itself into one of the bodies.
This was never my sport.
Good job, Eloise. Take out them bodies before they stand back up.
I mean, it is possible that they do that.
There are 12 of them, so one of them has a spear in it, or a javelin in it.
That's true. I don't want to get closer to them. Is Shango still injured? No, I gave him all of my HP until I long rest again. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Do you want to move at all?
No, I am well prepared to be hiding behind Halden and Frank.
All right. Did you switch to any of your other weapons?
Yeah, I have a long sword.
Just a long sword?
Because you threw your javelin and you don't have it anymore. So did you change to something else?
Yeah, I don't have another weapon listed.
Are you armed?
Yeah, I have I have a long sword. It's on my back usually.
And what else do you have?
No.
Yes. You should have something in your other hand. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Is it a shield?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
If you don't have that on, you have 2 less AC, so...
No, I should. I'll look at that.
Yep.
a shield as well.
Okay. So you're not moving. You've got your sword and shield back out.
Oh,
Next,
I do have my shield equipped as well.
yes. Okay. Next up is the further worm, one that's further away.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, because I need to see if it can even get there.
I imagine it's pretty speedy.
It is pretty speedy. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It is able to just
that is so close.
barely get in range of Halden.
I don't like that.
So it has 40 feet of movement speed. It can attack once. So does an 18 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
All right.
30. Oh, 14.
Oh, that's the wrong one. You take 7 piercing damage.
Justin,
Yes?
what if I can't take 7 damage?
If you have less than 7 health?
Yeah,
Okay. So
so I'm down.
I get
Unconscious.
you're unconscious.
Yeah.
It also says if the target is a medium creature or smaller, which you are, it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, which you cannot since you are unconscious, or be swallowed by the worm.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So you
Holy
have been
God.
swallowed by this worm. It just walks up and eats Halden.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's fine.
Hold on. Can I see Halden's feet?
It is like most of the way inside the mouth, but on your turn, you might be able to pull Halden out.
Okay, I wasn't going to. I was just curious.
Okay. You can attempt.
Always
something.
yells much louder.
Oh.
Good.
I didn't expect you to die in one hit. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm very small.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Okay. So that's its turn. You can only do one thing. The next one is the one that's been hit. The other worm. So it takes a much shorter jaunt over and is going to try to attack Francois.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Please don't get eaten.
That is another 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. And this is... Ooh. That is 14 damage.
Yeah, I'm out.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, mine was at 11 out of 12, so.
So, yeah, I rolled max damage, by the way, on that one. Francois is now also inside this conqueror world. Oh, dear God. Okay. Shango.
Did everyone make backup characters?
Nope. Sure didn't.
This did it.
Shango, would you like to do something?
I am going to
If you're wishing to cast that
point
spell
my
now.
finger at the one. Point the finger at the one who just downed a funny accented one, and be like, "You shall die!" And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
All right, that is a save, correct?
Yes.
Is it a con?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. All right. So it rolled a 19 on the die, so that's going to be 18.
And nothing happens, I believe. Yeah, nothing happens.
All right. Francois, top of the round. It's your turn.
Yep. Hurry.
Roll your...
Oh, I got to roll.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, natural 20.
Oh, that's nice. You
So
are...
I heal 1 point.
Yep. You are now back up to 1, and you are
Hey.
restrained? Yes, you are blinded
still
and
inside of a worm.
restrained.
Can I
You
still
are no
attack
longer unconscious.
Yes. As you are restrained, I believe you have disadvantage on it, though.
Just start kicking wildly.
it? I was just going to take my sword I have in my hand, presumably still, because I assume when it bit me, it would just, like, chomp down
Oh,
on
yeah.
my whole
It,
body.
like... It is kind of like the Dune monster, but instead of it like coming up underneath you, it just like went over top of you.
Right. So I'm just going to try to shove my sword further.
Okay.
In whatever direction.
Yeah, whatever direction.
Yep.
Is this a disadvantage, you said?
I believe so. Can you, if you want to check what a restrain does in the new system? I believe
I
it's
have no
still
idea.
disadvantage.
I have no clue. Is this
On your
is
character
this
sheet, under conditions, you can click and select
Oh.
restrained.
Oh, whoops, hold on. I don't have 2 hit points. I have 1. There we go.
It's okay. You're probably.
the other question. Okay,
yeah.
another question I have for you.
Mhm.
Upstairs, when we were doing all the walking around and looking at stuff and blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
would that have constituted a short rest?
No.
No, because you took
so.
maybe 10 minutes between
You
the
didn't-
fight and what you're doing right
Yeah.
now.
I didn't think it did. I just figured I'd ask.
Yep.
Okay, anywho, wait, where's the conditions? Hold on. Conditions. Where is it?
I could not tell you.
I don't know where to find conditions. I have no clue.
Okay. I'll check for you.
I'm going to roll the first dice and we'll see what it gets and then go from there.
Yeah.
That's cocked completely.
Try again.
Okay, you're now restrained. Your speed is 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. So yes.
Well, I rolled a 4 on the first one, so let's see if it gets worse. It in fact did get worse. I got a natural 1.
Oh my god! You drop your sword. You can easily pick it back up, but
Dang it! Says Frank from inside the maw.
Can I hear Frank inside the worm?
You hear a
I-
very muffled "Dang it!"
Can I, for my offhand attack thing, can I just try to like pinch it or bite it or something and just to do the 1 damage?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna try.
You're gonna try to bite the inside of
Wait,
this
is it
worm?
poisonous or venomous?
It's acidic.
It's an 8. Okay, so 8 plus 13.
You would have disadvantage as well.
I did that.
Oh, with the disadvantage, a 13 does hit. You deal 1 damage. One damage to it.
You're damn right.
And like muffled because he's inside the thing, and also he's got some worm flesh in his mouth. Drink that.
All right.
I'm gonna kick my legs around if they're exposed. I can't do anything, but I'm just gonna.
You try to move, but you can't. All right. Halden.
I want my legs to flop around like Luigi when he jumps in Mario games.
Haha. Halden, would you like to roll your death save?
No, I wouldn't like to. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, it's a 7.
It's a 7.
Okay.
We thought it was a 1. On the dice, it looked like a 1, and I was like, "Oh God!"
I was like, "Oh, that's
That
the
would have
opposite
been
of what I-
extremely unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay. Still dead. Well, still down, not dead.
Yep.
Still down.
Still
Inside
down.
this worm.
Yep. Eloise, it is your turn.
Save Halden. Save Halden.
Eloise is gonna say, "This is for my friend," and try and slice the worm open with her longsword. We'll
All
see
right.
if she hits.
Roll to attack.
Which one?
The one with Halden in it. Sorry.
16 does hit.
Oh,
Yes!
thank God.
Do you by any chance have another... Do you by...
Action?
Not another action, but another spell slot?
I thought I used my spell slots.
I don't know if...
I'm gonna do Divine Smite.
If you have a spell slot left.
Do I? How do I know?
Check
You
your
would
spells.
have been checking them off when you were using them.
You have a spell slot left.
Oh, yes, I do have a spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Divine Smite them again.
All right. Roll 2d8.
Wait, 2d8 on top of the
did
d8?
you apply my 2 damage from 2 slashing damage?
I will add it all together
Okay.
because it's technically all one attack.
So it's technically
2d8.
3d, right?
So that's gonna be 11 total.
11 total. Yes.
Wait, no. That should be... What's your strength modifier?
Oh, One second.
Your strength modifier is not good, from what I remember.
No, it's not. It's
Oh,
very
Strength
not.
modifier is -1.
-1.
Oh, good. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that sounds right.
No, that's why. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, correct. However, when I do longsword damage, I sap from them. They have disadvantage until the next turn.
Yeah. And because you dealt more than 10 damage in one hit, I'm going to make it roll a Constitution save to see if it can keep Halden inside.
Woohoo!
Thank God.
That is not anywhere on its character sheet, but I know that some creatures have that baked into them. So I'm just going to do that.
I'll take it.
I rolled a 3 on the die, so for a 6 total. You see that has like opened up a gash, and you see Halden like slip out. Halden is still unconscious, but it is Halden is no longer inside. Oh, that's the wrong one. Trying to get Halden. There we go. You're back in that space.
Hey, she's back. He's back.
He's back.
Back again.
All right.
Guess who's back in the house?
Now
We went different directions on that.
after Eloise is the worm that got sliced open, and it is going to try to attack Eloise because you just dealt a lot of damage to it.
Damn it.
Just don't go unconscious. It's easy.
That is a 19 to hit.
It has
God damn.
disadvantage,
No, it has
doesn't
disadvantage.
Oh, it has disadvantage. Yes, I will roll the
Try
other
again.
one. Try again. It rolled a 7. Or sorry, no, a 10 total.
Nuh-uh-uh.
So yeah, with that sap, it does not hit you. Thank God. Okay.
That's
God.
what I thought, says Eloise, brandishing her sword again.
So the other worm that has Frank still, a swallowed creature is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attacks and other effects outside the worm, and it takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of the worm's turns. So
I feel like I might go unconscious again.
I don't think I have to roll that, but I will roll that, I guess. That is 5 acid damage.
Ooh, I'm out.
All right, you're back down. But
It's fine. I'll just roll a natural 20 again. It's fine.
Exactly.
Oh wait.
I'm alive. I'm dead again.
You don't have
I'm
a
alive
failure.
again. I'm dead again. You know, the video. Yeah.
Yeah. So it cannot attack while it's currently like trying to digest you. So that is its turn.
Distracting me. You're welcome.
Yeah. Shengo.
Shango will point at him again and be like, "You will spit him out, and I will Eldritch Blast."
Roll to hit.
That wasn't hit.
That
Damn it.
that does not hit. No.
No, that was the damage.
Oh.
That's what I rolled.
A 13 does hit. So you deal 7 damage?
Yes.
All right. It is almost dead, but it is
Purple
still...
crackling energy ripples out.
Yeah. What are you using for your spell casting? Do you have like a staff or something?
I have something. I don't remember what shape.
I wanted to like describe how it was coming out of your staff or whatever you had. But yeah, basically, purple light shoots from your spell casting focus and zaps this worm. It is still up, but it looks like another attack like that, and it definitely won't be alive anymore.
Good.
But before that can happen, Francois.
Here comes a natural 20. I got stuck. Hold on.
It's stuck in the dice tower.
I'm
One
not,
second.
I'm not counting it. I gotta re-roll.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
That is a
That's a
fail.
7. That's a fail, but it's not a 1.
Nope.
It was much easier to tell this one was a 7 versus the dice that Chris rolled on the mon.
Halton, it is your
Yeah,
turn.
here we go.
Hey, that's a success.
Hey, a
That
success.
is a success. Okay, you rolled a
Thank
12.
God.
Eloise, it is your turn.
Eloise says, and another one, and slashes with her sword.
Which one are you attacking?
The one in front. No, am I in range of the one that Frank is inside of?
If you move 5 feet over, you're still within attack range of the other one, so you won't get an attack of opportunity.
If I move, do I still get to hit twice?
You only have one attack.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just the offhand attack that we're allowing you to do. Which
Okay,
itself
yeah,
is
I'm going to move. Maybe Halden has this one under control, or I'll come back to it.
Okay, so you move over and try to attack the one that has Frank.
I'm shooting this.
Oh no!
What'd you roll?
It's a 2 hit.
It does not
No,
hit.
a 2 doesn't hit. 2
Yeah.
would hit nobody.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Would
do
you
you want
like
to use
to
a bonus
decide
action?
what happens? My bonus action will be an unarmed strike, and
Okay.
I will try to bop it with my sword. Or with my shield, I mean.
With the shield, yeah.
That's a 12?
A 12 does not hit.
Oh, no bonking.
All right.
Well, that's that.
That is that. Next up are the 2 worms. So the first worm, the one that has the slash through it, is going to try and attack Eloise. Can I please roll? So it no longer has disadvantage, right? Because you didn't. It hasn't been set.
Correct. I did not hit. It does not count.
Yeah, that's a hit. Okay.
Is it a nat 20?
No, it's a 15 on the die, so 21.
Oh, gross.
Okay.
That hit.
You've been hit for 8. You're still alive.
I'm still alive.
Yep. And the next
Hey.
one is going to try to digest Frank some more. So Frank, you're going to take some damage.
I do another failure.
Yep. That was only 3 acid. I don't think the acid can kill you outright anyway, because you aren't. You couldn't take as much as your health.
No.
With
I just take failure.
if it was an attack, it would be automatic critical and 2 because it's not an attack. It's just a thing.
It's a save. So it's an automatic damage. So there's no like crit on it. I wouldn't like force a crit on like that on him. But Shango, it is your turn.
Shango will once again Elder Blast the one that has our friend in its belly.
All right.
I said spit him out! 30-20.
That hits.
Thank God.
And for 1 point damage.
Okay.
Wah wah.
Here we go. Here's we find out if Frank dies or not.
Frank, it is your turn. Unless, Shango, do you want to do anything else?
I will move in closer to the. Actually, no. I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
All right.
I'm done.
And at the top of the round, Shango, since you're still on the stairs, you do see that the Count has made his way to the top of the stairs. He still has his like hands bound behind his back, but he is like not exactly creeping along, but he is moving down the stairs to.
We don't need this.
He's watching the festivities. Frank, what did you roll for your death save?
16.
Okay, you got a success. Thank God.
Time for Halden.
Yep,
Also a success.
that's good.
12 again. That's 2 12s in a row.
Nice. Eloise, it is your turn.
I'm not out.
You're not dead. Nope.
I do wish I could get that javelin back. However, until then, I'm going to keep trying to put holes in these worms.
Yep.
So we'll go for the one that Frank is inside of.
Yep.
16?
16 hits.
6. So they will be sapped regardless.
Yep.
5 slashing damage.
Thank God. Okay. I've been so stressed since I ate both of you in one
He
turn.
was like, wait,
Wait, this
Actually,
isn't supposed to
kill all
happen.
of
This
them.
is level 1. Okay.
What if
So
I kill everyone? Says Justin.
this is not good. With 5 damage, it had 4 health left. So this worm, this conqueror worm, it has been slashed open, and you see that Frank has slid out of it as it writhes in agony and then falls back. Frank, you are on. I'm just gonna move this over to the side. Frank, you're right here now.
All right, I have a mechanics question for Karen because I've played a paladin before.
I'm not a mechanic.
No, you're not. Does your lay on hands or whatever ability, is that a spell now or a bonus action or an
It's
action?
a bonus action, but she has used all of that on Shango.
It's a bonus action, but I have a certain amount of HP I can give out, and I gave all of it to Shango when he was dying. Sorry.
Okay, good. Then it doesn't matter.
And I have no more spell slots.
All right, I'm just going to lay here and die.
Well, you might not die. You are no longer
okay,
covered in acid.
good.
So, and unless it gets back to you and you fail again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You got a 50-50 chance.
Eloise, you still have a bonus action if you want to do anything.
I'm going to turn around and bonk the other worm.
Roll the hit.
I'm trying to. It's maybe frozen. 1 second, sorry. 9?
A 9 does not hit it.
Aw.
So, the other conqueror worm is going to try and attack Eloise, I guess. Still not out of it. Okay, that's an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, that's the first time I've rolled below a 10 on my attack so far.
And
Other
we're
than
all
the
thankful.
disadvantage, I guess. Yes. That worm is dead, and now we're back to Shango. Shango, it is your turn. I will say that you do see that both of the two of your new acquaintances, I guess, are on the ground unconscious.
But outside of worms now.
Yes, they're both outside of worms. One looks significantly more close to death. But they both could be not doing good.
I'm going to shove the count out of my way.
Okay.
Get out of here! And
You
don't belong here!
You push him
And
down.
move him away. But yeah, I'm going to use my battle medic thing.
Okay.
And use my herbalist kit on Frank to allow him to use 1 HD or hit dice to roll plus 2.
All right. Roll your hit dice, Frank.
Like the one I use when I level up or whatever?
Yeah, so it's a
help.
D10 for you, I believe.
I rolled a 7.
Plus 2 is 9
Plus
health.
2. Okay.
Does that bring you back up?
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
All right.
Once you're down, you're just at 0. You don't.
Yeah. The only thing you have to
You
worry
don't
about is
keep-
if you take damage that equals your total hit point.
Yeah.
All right, Frank's awake.
Frank has been awakened by...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No longer unconscious, no longer in a worm.
I got him.
You wake up outside of the worm and yell, I got him!
Eloise is almost offended.
And then he proceeds to spit a small piece of worm out of his mouth.
Is that everything that Shango wants to do?
Eloise might forcibly vomit.
Shango cannot do anything else currently at this time that he would like to do.
All right. Frank, I would like you first to roll a con save because you were almost dead.
That's going to be bad. It's going to be like 4.
4? All right. The
Hold on.
beating... Oh,
6, sorry.
6. The beating in your... that you can hear gets a little bit louder.
Okay.
But it is your turn.
I have a question about this real quick.
Yep.
This isn't a charmed effect.
No. This is a
Okay.
disease.
Okay, good.
No, it
that was
doesn't
one of the
matter
things
that
that
you're a fairy.
that you're a fae. One of the things that you had learned a few sessions ago is about echo fever, and this is what that is.
All right.
But yeah,
Frank will stand up.
Okay.
And he will walk over to the other one and go, now I'm going to get you. And I'm going to take a swing at him.
You have advantage because you have a conscious person next to this worm.
You have an advantage because you ate part of his friend and he's worried about you.
Okay, so that's 22 minimal.
That is going to hit.
24.
24 hits still.
Okay. And then 5. No, 4.
4 damage? Okay. It
4
is
damage.
still up, but it is looking pretty beat.
And then I'll bonk him in the face with my shield. My offhand attack.
Very good.
I don't have advantage on this one, though.
You do still. Advantage
okay.
is advantage. It's
Okay.
unless it says your first attack, but it's all attacks for flanking.
Okay. I had 21 to hit then.
That hits. So takes another damage. Okay. Halden.
Nah, yes.
Please roll well.
Just don't roll a 1.
Oh,
That's okay.
Oh,
that's a 2.
That's a 2.
Wait,
Here.
don't say things out loud.
How else am I supposed to say them?
In your head.
We keep those things inside.
That's what the heartbeat is.
That was an inside thought, not an outside thought, apparently.
I said all you need to do is not roll a 1, and she in fact didn't roll a 1, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Right. We're fine.
Eloise,
Okay.
your turn.
Do I get advantage because Frank is conscious
Correct.
and beside me?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to say, I think we've almost got him, and try and stab him through where presumably a heart might be.
One of its 8 hearts, yes.
5.
That was 1.
And I'm going to say, not quite though, and swing around and...
Was the 5 at advantage?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Damn, you're so right. Okay. What about 15?
15 does hit.
6. And finally, 4?
Alright. It is still alive, but another hit and it will probably go down.
Another hit with my...
sword. So
no, I do not have my sword.
Try
what
to
about
bonk
my
if you
shield?
want. Roll to
I
hit.
will try to bonk. Roll to bonk?
Roll the bonk.
4? No, also
Again, it's
at
a-
advantage.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, you deal 2 damage to it.
2
A solid
points.
bonk.
It is still up, but barely. Unfortunately, it is also its turn.
Right.
It is going to try to unbonk you. And by that, I mean try to eat you. That's 17 out of the die. So it's going to do that.
That does hit.
It's going to do a minimum of 5 damage.
And then I am down.
Yeah. That is a total of 14. You will not die outright, but you are now swallowed by this worm. But never fear, because Shango is here. Although Shango might want to help someone else first. I don't know what Shango wants to do.
Who is unconscious?
So there are currently 2. Halden looks like they're not good. Eloise has just been eaten by the worm.
Hey, am I still inside the worm if he has a hole in him, or do I just come back out like skeletons who drink water?
You are inside.
Shango will use the herbalist thing on...
Halden is currently outside the worm. You don't think that you'd be able to get to Eloise.
Because they're eating.
Yep.
There's a hole in the worm. Of course you can get to Eloise.
You might have to roll for that.
He is going to shift over and use the herbalist hit on Halden as well.
All right, Halden, I would like you to roll your hit dice plus 2.
Okay.
I think it's a D8 for artificers.
It should be an 8.
Don't
Is
take
it
my
this
word
one?
for it, though.
No, you just roll an 8. Just roll a D8.
A D8 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, down. But 4 plus 2 is 6.
All right, you have
There.
6 health now.
Hey, he's not dead.
Awesome.
Thank God.
All right.
This is what Eloise gets for trying to
Eloise
save
is
you both.
gonna save Eloise.
Yep. All right. So that's Shango's turn. Frank, let's see
Yeah.
what you got.
All right. Well,
Show me
seeing
what
that
you
Shango's
got.
doing things to Halden, Frank will run up and be like, "Have at you!" and start swinging at the other one, at the worm.
Roll the hit. You do not have advantage just because Eloise is now inside.
Don't need it. 17 plus 5 or 22.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
8.
It had 3 health.
No, sorry. 9.
It had 3 health.
No, wait.
Hey,
Yeah, 8. 8. I was wrong. 8.
8. Okay.
it doesn't matter.
It had 3 health. So you cut another slash through it, and you see Eloise slide out, and it also screams. And
To Eloise, even though she can't hear me, I'll say, "Don't worry, Eloise, I got this one too."
All right. We are still going to be in initiative order just because Eloise is currently down. Is there a bonus action that you can do, Frank?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna bonk it for good measure,
All right. Yeah, you bonk it.
Because
just to make it fail. It's saving throws.
It will. You will have advantage because it is
dead.
prone / unconscious.
So I'm confused by something. Hold on. What happened?
To whom?
I think my stats got messed up when I edited my character.
Oh.
Anyways, whatever. Yeah, I rolled a 16 plus.
Yeah. You hit.
Yeah, bonk.
Bonk. After you is Halden. Halden, you are awake. You see Shango above you. He's got a kit out, and he just basically applied some healing to you.
Whoa. Thanks, mister.
Anytime.
What would you like to do?
I'll do anything for my buddies.
What? I guess there's nothing else to hit down here, right? At this time.
Not that you are
And
aware
I
of,
have-
no.
God, Justin. And
welcome.
I have no healing abilities whatsoever. So I think Alden is going to go for a little walk and see what the heck is up. For
Oh.
20, 25,
Should
30.
get my javelin.
That is not my priority at this time.
All right. The javelin's over here somewhere. So after your turn, are you doing a perception check or something?
Yeah, you said there's 12 people down
Yeah.
here that
Yeah,
they
they're
were munching on.
all in this area that I'm circling.
Okay.
They're over where the worms were.
Maybe I'll walk that way then instead. Over to here. Just to kind of, perceive, I guess.
Yep.
See what's going on here. If everyone is dead, if I see that lady who we're here to find, etc., etc.
Yeah. So roll a perception check or an investigation check, whichever one you prefer.
Okay. Let's see which. Ooh, definitely investigation. 15. What do I find or see?
You find 12 bodies.
Thanks.
So with the 15, among those bodies, you find all of them have masks on. You find one that has an owl mask. You find one that has a almost it's bloody and kind of broken, but it kind of looks like it's a tiger or something. And then you notice one of the 12 has a butterfly mask. And as you look closer, you see they look almost familiar, like you've seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess with the 15, you see the body of Baroness Eleanor.
Mm-hmm. Presumed dead? As bites taken out of?
All of these have they're partially eaten, and they have holes through them. Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Eloise, please roll a death save.
What's my hit dice?
No, it's a death save.
Oh.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Okay. Yep. Well,
10 or higher.
let's see. 17.
You have one success.
Woo!
Yay!
That's one.
Django, it
Okay.
is now your turn.
Shango will then turn to Eloise and be like, "You are all lucky that I came by." And use the herbalist kit on Eloise as well.
All right. Now you can roll your hit dice, which for Paladin, I believe, is also a d10.
Mm-hmm. We are lucky that you came by.
That healer's kit is the only thing that has saved everyone's life.
6
So
plus
you
2 is
gain,
8?
gain 8 health.
I will need to stock up when I get back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you like another healer's kit as well. So I was thinking that these healer kits have like 10 uses each before you need to restock. So you've used 3 so far. All right, now we can all get out of initiative because Eloise is alive.
Yay, not dead.
Yep.
Justin, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah. What's up?
For my stat, you get a +2 and a +1 or 3 +1s, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, when I edited him to do like the homebrew Shattercry thing I put together,
Yep.
I don't have a +1 anywhere. I just have a +2. So I got to add that. That I believe why my strength was +2 instead of +3.
Okay.
I don't know how to change it.
I can help you there. 1 second.
I'm going through. I don't something, but there's no like. I'm not seeing oh wait, maybe it's in here.
It would be under your speed. No, it's not under your speed.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh.
Okay, so because I used the elf, it gave me a +2 to Dex like innately.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't add a plus to anything on the on the Shattercry like sub race thing that I made up.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna add it like manually.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can fix it at another time.
I'll fix it. I'm gonna fix it right now. I now understand why it's like that. Okay, we're good.
Cool. Would anyone like to do anything here? Oh, sorry. I need to also unhide. There's Eleanor's. She's not a man, but there's only one noble. There's only one noble token, so
Strangely, looks like the count.
strangely.
Oh, what resemblance?
Her big beard
So
looks just like
have we,
what was that?
have we seen like some place where these things may have come from?
So you do notice a hole in one of the walls as you're now looking around. It's like back here. I don't know if you can see my thing.
Yeah.
It's back here.
I see nothing.
It was on the map.
Oh, okay.
Frank goes to look in the hole.
So as you look in the hole,
Oh my god.
you notice that the tunnel, there's like a little tunnel there. It drops for about 10-ish feet, but then you see that it has severely collapsed. As you look in, you think that it would take a few days to excavate something like that.
I see. They came in here, got stuck.
Yep.
And started eating people.
Yeah.
We've solved the mystery. Let's take this
Who seems to have.
fucker to a church.
Can I search the bodies?
As you're searching, you find Eleanor.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna take any of her stuff. She's the one we're here for. What about the rest of the bodies?
Okay. Roll an investigation.
Okay, the 13 plus stuff. That's 13. So +0.
Yeah. So you find like some maybe out of the 12 minus Eleanor, you find like maybe 7 rings, and you find like a smattering of coins. Roll a d20 for me.
15.
15. You find in all around 15 gold for for your troubles.
I will offer 3 gold to everybody.
I guess so.
Y'all want some gold? I found some gold.
Yeah, I
Eloise
guess.
isn't sure she should be stealing from the dead, but she did retrieve her javelin.
Yes.
It's not stealing. It's pillaging. Or salvaging, or whatever that word is.
It's
So reassuring, thank you.
the word is looting.
Yeah, either one. Whatever.
It is of no use to them now. I will take a share.
All right. I added 3 gold to me. I'm giving everyone. I'm also gonna.
Slow down.
We'll keep it.
Everyone gets 3 gold. I took 5. I'm keeping 3 to give to Drillbit too, because he's outside technically.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do before you, or what would you like to do now that you've?
Do we need to take her body back up? What exactly did we promise we would do here?
We said we'd find her, so we should probably bring her body back. Also, I think that's the right thing to do. Also, I think we all should rest and not excavate that hole.
Are they all wedding rings, or are they just random rings?
Some of them look like wedding
Oh
rings.
my
Some of
God,
them
Wade.
look like signets.
Okay.
Nothing appears magical, at least. I will say that as you're looking through the bodies, you do notice 2 of the bodies have crests on them that appear to be the crest of Claremont.
Hmm.
So, other than Eleanor.
Like those are her attendants?
One looks to be a male, maybe mid-30s. He has shaved, his head is shaved. He looks a little bit, from what you can tell of his somewhat rotting body, he looks a little bit muscular. There's also someone who looks more like a handmaiden, like an attendant, yes. And she has a little bonnet on and is just mostly consumed.
Well, we should probably bring them back too, right?
I suppose.
I am hesitant to touch the dead bodies that are partially consumed, but yes.
Frank will poke them with his sword.
As you poke each one, none of them move.
Okay. They're good. And you javelin that one over there to be extra safe on it.
I don't think I was worried about these ones coming back from the dead so much as I just didn't want to carry a half-eaten person.
What do we do with the other fella upstairs? And do we burn the building down? He's not upstairs anymore.
He is currently on the ground, face first, by the stairs.
I'll go over and flip him over.
All right. He seems to be unconscious.
Well, that's unfortunate. I suppose we should bring him back for his crimes.
What crimes?
I don't know. I'm not the Baron. That's not for me to decide.
There are live horses, right? We have horses. We can put people on horses.
There are live horses. There are also carts.
That seems like the practical answer.
Yeah. And all of your horses are, you presume, still alive.
We should probably put the bodies in the carts, put the man on a horse, and burn the house down?
I was also thinking we should burn the house down, maybe.
We're burning the house down.
Well, it's not a very good house anymore. It's got an
only got a
infestation
hole.
of worms.
We just killed it.
Yeah, but there could be more that aren't here right now.
They would have come through that hole, which is plugged.
Well, right, but if they made one hole, I'm assuming they could make more holes. They're very good at making holes, from what I've seen.
Attracted from the noise of the masquerade.
Okay, but we should maybe burn the other bodies or bury them?
Burn the worms. Burn the
Should
zombies.
we bring all of the bodies so that whoever they belong to can get them back at some point?
Including the worms?
I don't want to bring that bodies.
What if we moved them to the other building where there were no worms, there was just a kid, but we'll just make sure we don't put it in the same room as the kid?
The kid is no longer there.
The robot took the kid.
Yeah, the robot took the kid.
Right, but we'll make sure that she's not in the room with the body. We just move all the bodies to the other building where there were no worms.
Sure. Yes.
Frank will start picking up bodies and start dragging them up the stairs.
Okay. While that's happening, would anyone
We
else
look like
like
a
to?
city cleaning crew clean up the mess down here before.
Would anyone else like to roll an investigation check around the room before we go back to the other map?
I guess probably.
Okay, roll investigation, please.
17?
17. That's close enough. So as you are up towards these casks up here, you notice the wall looks a little bit odd, like this wall here.
Mm-hmm.
You
Is
think
this a cask of Amontillado thing?
this? I mean, there are casks of wine right here, right beside you. That's for sure. But you think that this wall was like recently built.
Hey guys, I've heard there's a bunch of Amontillado in here. Does anyone want to come have a look?
It's not. Again, we're not. It's not that kind of wine. That's not a. That's a full Edgar Allan Poe thing. That's
Here,
not.
come take a look behind this wall.
This wall of nondescript red wine.
Okay.
So as you start to poke at the wall, you actually find like a loose stone, and you start pulling it, and you're able to uncover a dead body.
Why?
This dead body is
The grandfather!
it's not a grandfather.
He has a green eye!
You see that it's like somewhat decayed, but the hair wouldn't have decayed by this time yet. You see that this body has like grayish, long grayish beard and hair. It has like kind of finish robes, and yes, in one of the eye sockets is a green, almost like a glass or gem-like sphere.
If I have ever learned anything, it's that we should not touch that eye.
Fair. I think.
I'll take it.
Well, I was gonna say the count is down here.
Oh
but he's
my god!
unconscious.
What?
Shanko goes over and grabs the glass eye, or the eye.
I actually like grab the head and I like stick my fingers deep into the socket and then just like yank it right out.
I'm going to get you to roll
Pop it into a.
If you're using your fingers, I'm going to get you to roll sleight of hand.
Alright. That won't be very good. I rolled a 3.
You pry it out, but you like rip a bunch of stuff and like tear part of its face out, and like the skin kind of like pulls off with the eye, and yeah. But you do have.
I'll take it all and stick it in my pocket or in a pouch.
Yep, you put it all in your pouch.
Blech.
All right. Then you start bringing the bodies back up. I'm going to switch scenes here.
I'm actually very glad that the count was knocked out then.
Yeah.
He did not need to see that.
No, I think the Count put him there.
Do you?
This is the cask of Amontillado, yes.
Again, no.
She's pretty
No,
sure that this is just
I'm
Edgar
pretty
Allan Poe.
sure it is, actually.
There's more than just that.
Ooh, mysteries.
Alright, here we are back up here. We do desperately, like you said, need to rest.
All right. Would you like to rest here?
Oh,
Like in the house?
in this house? No. I think we should go rest in like the guest houses where people seem maybe safe and can lock their doors.
All right.
It's not
We're
a
taking
terrible
the bodies
idea.
with us.
It's dark, right? We can
It
leave the
is
bodies
dark.
in the stable and we can stay here overnight. Is there food that isn't spoiled that we should eat together?
We probably have rations.
You have rations.
Right. I had an apple, but I gave it away.
You have more than just an
I'm
apple.
sure I have something I can share.
So yeah, you hold up in the guest beds.
Say, I'm gonna
Is
move.
there a
I'm moving
fireplace
Calden.
to light?
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
Can we light a bonfire in the driveway? To scare away wild animals?
You can. Are you
Do we
going?
need to scare away wild animals when we can just lock our doors?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
What if there's bears?
What about the count?
Bears can't unlock doors.
Tie him to his bed. We'll go back for him.
All right, so you tie him to the bed. He's still unconscious. You dragged him up and just put him in bed and tied him there.
Right, we're
What we
bringing
do-
him back to
Eloise
there
would like
to
to
have
tuck
him
him
tried
in,
for his
please.
crimes.
What was that, Eloise?
I would like to tuck him in.
Okay, you tuck him
Aw, that's nice.
Can I tuck all of you in?
Halden is uncomfortable, but you could.
Excellent.
Frank thinks it's weird, but okay.
in. All right, Shango. As you're getting ready for bed, you have your familiar, your bunny with you.
Yes, right. I keep forgetting about the rabbit.
Yep. And the bunny.
Winston, yeah.
Yep. Winston?
Prince Winston.
Okay.
It's a good name.
Prince Winston turns to you and says, good job with all that, buddy.
Aw.
Yes. I've been wanting to know if there is anything special to do with this. And I pull out the eye with all the gore and everything and hold up to Prince Winston.
So Prince Winston's gonna roll a.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I can ask around for sure. But
Thank you.
are you sure you want to sleep here tonight?
No, I do not. I want to sleep over the hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go there.
Oh my god.
Over
why?
the hole?
Like, not like strapped over the hole, but like just inside the hole in that bedroom.
Okay.
Just so if something does happen to come out with the count, so I can listen to his ramblings throughout the night.
Spooning?
All right. I don't think.
No,
there's
he's
food.
going to be tied up in the bed. I'm going to be like in like meditation sit over the hole, like just outside the hole in the same room.
Yeah. So you.
Petting Prince Winston the whole time, and then go to sleep sitting up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. So everyone can have a long rest.
Woo.
Long
And
rest.
I would like everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, well, can't win them all, Justin. Why
22
can't
is good.
I?
How do I do a rest?
I'm trying to figure
Click
out
on long
how
rest.
I know, but how do I do it? Oh,
Are
it's
you
the-
on your
button.
phone?
He's on his phone, yes.
I just didn't know what the symbol was.
Yeah. So I think if
It's
you.
the campfire. I figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the browser, there's just two buttons to say short rest, long rest.
Yeah.
On the app, it's a little campfire symbol with no words that I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, I have long rested, and then you want us to roll what?
A
Con
Constitution saving throw. Yes. Eloise,
Okay.
I believe. Did you fail at one point?
I did, but this one was a nat 20 plus 2.
Yeah. So
Does that help me?
no longer hear the heartbeat when you wake up.
Oh, how relieving.
Halden rolled a 20. I don't think you ever failed. Did you?
Failed what?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
No.
What-
No,
when you-
not today.
Okay. So when you woke up from your ordeal, you didn't. Okay. That's good. So yeah, you're fine. Frank,
14.
14. It is a little bit fainter, but you still hear the heartbeat.
Okay.
And Shango?
Django went first. I think they got like a 16.
16, so yeah, you don't
Or
hear
something.
anything.
Yay! Look at us all not going further crazy right now.
So, with that, I think we're going to end right now. And when we come back, you will meet a new friend that Jolbit and Jeannie were hanging out with.
Yay! New friend.
New
I don't
friend.
have any gold for new friends.
That's fair, but
You also
it'll
didn't
be okay.
save any
I'm
money
sure-
for Jeannie.
I'm sure you'll steal more
Oh, yeah.
in the future. So,
Yeah,
okay.
I think what's happened is Justin come up with a module for us to play that involves us adopting more children.
He certainly has.
It's true. He wants us to have all of the kids. Got to catch them all.
There's only one so far.
So far.
So far.
This
But
is,
yeah.
this is
that's-
session 3.
Yep, that is where we will end tonight.